both
myself.
yeah, both.
I was offered one of the Freddy Krueger films, and I turned it down because I was supposedly making love to a guy and he turned into Freddy Krueger. Or I turned into Freddy Krueger, and my tongue went out and he put him to the bed like this, and I went, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So that I turned down. And yes, I really wanted to do a series called Baxter Bean. Savage Steve Holland directed it, and he really wanted me, but I just couldn't. I don't have a real good ear for accents, and I had to play a French girl. And he was like, I wanted you so bad, and I really wanted to do the part. In fact, I had a dialect coach. It just didn't work out, unfortunately. But yes, I really wanted the part in Dream a Little Dream. The girl, I don't remember the girl's name that got it. It was the two Corey name, the two Corys.
Yeah.
And that was back in the 80s. So those are.
Where is your accent? Where's it from? I can't.
I'm born and raised Hollywood, California.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. You see, I can't tell. It's tough for me to tell. I'm from Brooklyn, so everything sounds like everywhere else to me. And when I open my mouth, I know it looks like the map of Brooklyn. I'd say when I'm even overseas, I go, what part of Brooklyn are you from? I'm like, I didn't even say anything yet. I didn't even open my mouth. But same question to you, I guess.
God, I don't remember a part that I really know it was you, probably. I think maybe Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I can't remember. And for some reason I couldn't go out for it, and then for a while, and then I did go out for it, and then I wanted it, but then they gave it to
Oh,
Sarah Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, the series.
Oh yeah, the series.
You'd have been good with it.
Yeah.
You'd have been good.
You would have been.
Way better.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You can pay me later.
I agree.
And a part that I didn't want to do. Well, I remember there was something. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was a movie about the porn industry, and there was quite a bit of nudity in it, and I was like, no.
Not Boogie Nights?
No, it wasn't Boogie Nights. It was
Boogie Nights.
Right.
It wasn't even a big movie, so what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Yep.
I guess question, I guess this is really for Amy. What's it like being the daughter of a circus boy and having grown up in that sort of atmosphere? Did he help you much, or were you pretty much?
Actually, my dad did not want me to get in the business. I had to really force him. And I actually went to his best friend at the time. He's actually still his best friend. So I went to Stuart, and I'm like, Stuart, give me an agent. I want an agent. Talk to Dad. And yeah, he wanted me to do anything but actually, being.
Well, look at this face. Is that fresh?
And I finally pouted my way through. And he helped me out here and there. He was in England in the beginning of my career, though, so I got my agent, manager, and just, pounded the pavement and eventually got started. Yeah, but he's a great dad. I love him to death.
He's a really good dad.
Yeah, he's a good dad. I got lucky.
He's got 4 girls.
Poor thing. Somebody's punishing him up there.
You're the only one that followed children?
Actually, my sister, my middle little sister, this is from my dad's second wife. She's in London, and she is acting too. You know that, Georgia? Yeah, she's pounding the pavement in London, doing plays and stuff. So she might eventually move out to LA.
Training right there.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever done anything?
I
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. What's that like? What, tougher?
Theater's nerve-wracking because the audience is right there.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I don't see how anybody does it.
if you mess up a word, it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Right.
It's fun. I was in a theater company for a while.
Get your chops.
Yeah. Actually, I started acting in TV before I did a lot of theater. Of course, I did a lot of theater in high school. So when I got started.
And what's the first job for both of you? First role?
I see, aerobicized role. I was a professional dancer.
Oh, okay.
And Ron Harris did this thing called aerobicize, and it's on Z Channel and Showtime. A million years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
And you'd see it's up close like this part of the body, and you're like, oh my god, it's the crack of an ass, and I can't believe it's on TV. And they would pan out, and it's the nook of an arm, And it's these beautiful girls on a round change table that turned around, and it was a lot of hard work, but I had a blast doing that. That was like at 18. I started doing commercials at 15.
Wow. yourself first?
I did, my very first thing was Junior Star Search, and I won.
And you won. Wow, look at that.
My first thing,
Is
I
that on
actually...
YouTube? Is
And
that on
with
YouTube?
Tony
Talking with
Danza.
Tony Danza.
And Tony Danza?
Yeah.
I met Tony Danza for 1 second. I just went in an elevator and he came out. And I was
So
like,
nice.
Tony
That's
Danza?
the nicest
Yeah,
thing.
He's
Tony Danza.
sweet. He's so sweet. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. That was my first thing.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Where to start? Where to start?
Yay! Put it at it.
Okay, well, you feel any pressure because it's like has such a huge following?
It does have a really huge following. I don't feel pressure. I kind of feel honored just to be in the alumni. You know, it's like
Being killed by Jason.
it's
Right.
pretty neat. In fact, my husband and I went to Universal Studios in Halloween, and we walked through the Jason base. My husband's like, "She works with you." And the guy's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Stop talking to people."
Oh, that's so cute.
I don't feel pressure. It's actually really, it's kind of been revived. There's a new one that just came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
We just shot a documentary. His name was Jason 30 Years Later, which was really cool. It's out on DVD right now. So that's why I'm here. Is mostly the Friday the 13th.
Did anybody see it?
That's what I wanted to know when it was going to come out.
Oh, the DVD?
Yeah.
It came out, I think you could pre-order it like February 7th, or, February 7th, and then it aired on Starz on February 13th.
Okay, because there was another one that was out, and I was looking for your name on it, and I didn't see your name on it, so I figured maybe it was a
And
different
it
Don't
one.
buy
wasn't
it.
worth getting.
Don't buy it. Yeah. Absolutely
Bless
don't
your
buy
heart.
it. Yeah, yeah.
And
Jason, his name was Jason. And then there's also the book, Camp Crystal Memoirs, which Peter Brack wrote this amazing book and interviewed everybody from A to Z, like directors, producers, actors, of all the Fridays. And it's a really beautiful, thick coffee table book that if you can get your hands on it, it's really nice.
I wrote for Wildstorm. Me and my buddy wrote a Friday the 13th miniseries where we tried to explain why Jason doesn't die. And meaning, we did it where the lake Camp Crystal, because it was at the time they were letting us do anything we wanted, and we said when the Pilgrims came in, they slaughtered these Indians and they needed them out of the territory, and they got the shaman and they slaughtered one of the shaman in front of the other Indians, and he kept bleeding until it became the size of a lake. And this is now
Kinda
a
creepy.
couple hundred years later, and that's why when Jason went in there, he was actually told to
Oh,
ghost of all the dead.
resurrected.
Yes,
Ah.
he keeps getting resurrected,
Cool.
which we were hoping a new movie would kind of grab onto, but they didn't.
And you
People come
wrote
up
that?
to me
Yeah, we
during
wrote that for
this.
Wildstorm. Yeah, yeah.
People come up to me during this signing and ask me, "What's wrong with why is the new one so bad?" I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I gotta tell you,
Why is it so bad? Like it's my fault?
I actually enjoyed the movie. I saw it and I actually enjoyed it because I love the old ones and and it's so much fun. And I said, well, they have to update it. They have to up the ante a little bit. And I thought, you know what, they did up the ante a little because it is the same thing in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the guys making it. They do kind of stick to the same thing. But I gotta say, it was fun. And you know what? It's great to have that movie because I think people get that movie and then they're gonna look at all the old ones.
Yeah,
They're gonna go after them and say,
yeah.
all right, what happened?
Right.
I think it's just a resurgence in attention. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's another introduction.
Because of that documentary, I just did a signing with probably about 60 of the actors from Friday the 13th. And all the new cast was there. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like there were like 5 Jasons there. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely. But it was, like I said, I thought it was. I didn't think it was like. I thought the remake of the Chainsaw Massacre. I thought that was kind of lame. But I thought the Friday the 13th, at least they watched the movies closely and really tried, because there's some of the kills are the same from the first movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I thought it was pretty funny. I thought that's a good homage, not alienating. And out of your work, like what's something people always bring up? Like what's the thing people always talk about?
I think She's Out of Control,
She's Out of Control.
or General Hospital. And then some, a lot of the old, the scary movies too.
Yeah. Horror film.
Well,
Horror films.
Yeah.
Scary movie.
Oh, scary horror films.
Scary movie.
They're scary.
Yeah. Well, horror films. I mean, we're in a convention where it makes sense. It's
Yeah.
just that everybody here is in love with the genres over horror, sci-fi, and so it's kind of a nice